that, let's just take another caller. Hello, hi, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Tayo and I'm calling from London.
You're welcome, Tayo.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this debate. I simply want to add one or two things to it. In the first instance, I want us to understand the fact that the political system that we're having in that country at the moment does not provide the right platform for the right candidates to come up. And that is the more reason why we've not been having a good leadership in that country. Not only that, the politicians have been recycled for too long in the administration of that country. So in a nutshell, the decadence of yesteryears is what we are experiencing today. And now it is the right time for us to make the right decision in order to move the country forward. I want to take us back, and I want to try as much as possible to have the PDP candidates some clinical questions when it comes to in terms of security, corruption, and infrastructural development. When you look at security of that country, I couldn't believe it that we can be sitting down today and be discussing that the federal government or the government led by Goodluck Jonathan is sensitive to the areas of security. Because if in actual fact is sensitive to it, something should have been done to curb the insurgents of Boko Haram. I want to take us back a little bit. The abduction of the 200 girls. When I listen to the presidency, talking on, what's it called, I think on Channel TV, along with my children, which is about 12 years old, my children was asking me the question, is building a wall around Chibok will provide, an opportunity, will mitigate the insurgents of Boko Haram at 21st century. You can see the mentality of someone who is at the helm of affairs of that country. That is number one. At 21st century, we need to be thinking ahead. Nigerians should be the world economic country of Africa. That is number one. When it comes to areas of security, I went to Nigeria in 2013, and it is sickening what I saw. I can see dead bodies on the streets. I can see a lot of things happening there. That is number one. Two, on the areas of corruption.
Number three.
Yeah, okay. I just want to quickly rush through corruption, please.
Okay.
On the areas of corruption, when you look at it, this administration has done nothing when it comes to corruption. If you look at way back in the year, look at what happens to Aaron Chief Executive. They were jailed because of what? Because of misappropriation of funds. And he was just recently reduced to over 14 years. But people who have stolen Nigerian money, the money that is meant for you and I, the resources that is meant for the state, that is meant for the citizen, they stole it for their own personal use alone. And they are using it, and they are still working on the streets of Nigeria, and nobody can question them. And this government is not doing anything.
Thank you, Tayo.
Yeah.
Let me give the opportunity to APC on this side before.
Yeah, Tayo has said the right thing, because the corruption, combating national security has been the bane, but we have a government that is in waiting, that is ready. Within the first 1 month, I think the insurgents will be driven, they will be on their feet. There have been a lot of arguments about how is APC going to do this, APC cannot do that. I can assure you that the reason why we have these impasses in Nigeria is because of the corrupt level of officials. Because in Nigeria today, I can tell you that even if you want to get anything that rightly belongs to you, you have to pay through your nose. You have to pay through your nose to get what rightly belongs to you. And those characters have been taken uphill within the Nigerian system. Imagine an army officer buying his own uniform. Imagine the police officer buying his own shoes. Imagine all the paramilitary and military officers paying to serve the nation.
So now, if we're saying the issue of security is being dealt with, yeah, more sanitized,
yeah,
what then happened, PDP?
It amazes me that an opposition will say we will deal with insurgency within a month of coming into office. Are they not in the country today? Now, let's understand one thing. Nigeria is a country that is made up of 36 states and the Federation. Yes, and the Federal Capital Territory. Yes, the PDP is in control at the federal level. But we also have the opposition in various guises because they change their name every 4 years. But we won't go into that. The opposition are in control in certain states. And it's the responsibility of all of us Nigerians to ensure that security, protection of lives and property is the bane of every Nigerian. Now you can posit it at the doorstep of the federal government because uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. But the so-called opposition that keep harping on about they have a solution have never come to the table to save lives of Nigerians.
That's wrong. Many a times, the opposition has offered. They have offered their advice to the president of Nigeria. The former chairman of APC had contacted President Goodluck Jonathan several times to advise him, take this way. The man never took that advice.
What were the steps?
He has taken step to communicate, to speak with the president of the federal government of Nigeria. Tell him that, look, this thing is too much. Try and use these tactics.
What were the tactics?
To change his tactics. By making sure the relevant equipment are given, are kitted to the military.
Which we are doing.
Which we are not doing.
So are you telling us that if Buhari comes in now, within 1 month, the military will be equipped? Is that what you're telling us? That within one month, the military will be
the Western world has offered their assistance to the federal government.
The Western world has offered their assistance. You can just see last week in France, how many world leaders were there in France? How many world leaders have come to sympathize with Nigerians?
They have given their prostitute to the table of the president. President, these are our intelligent gathering about this thing. What did the president
Elijah, are we presuming that maybe there are people around the president that are not allowing this information to get to Mr. President?
You see, the leaders, they have a way of communicating with themselves, that we like it or not.
Council of State.
Council of State. Council of State is made up of former military, former head of states.
So where is the advice?
Even those in opposition.
Yes.
You cannot tell me that Obasanjo, as a PDP leader, has not called President Jonathan and speak to him that, look, this and this and this are various steps. And to be honest with you, that is one of the reasons why the man is saying that he does not believe Jonathan is fit to go for the second time, because he doesn't listen.
What has Buhari said?
He doesn't listen.
What has Buhari said?
So we have a president who does not listen, who does not want to take to advice, who believes in those psychopaths and is causing Nigeria life every day.
I will tell you tentatively
it is
that at this moment,
Nigerians are ready for that change, and that change is going to transform Nigeria and bring Nigeria back.
Let me tell you one thing that is a fact. Let me tell you one thing that
you don't have any fact.
If you listen, then you will know whether it's a fact or not.
I said you don't have that fact. Nigerians are dying. As we are talking about, Nigerians are dying. The president is not doing it. He's gallivanting all around.
Gallivanting where?
Gallivanting countries, going to condone with France, Paris, when he has over hundreds of lives.
Did he go to France?
David,
get your facts right.
Secretary, let me. Somebody just sent me this information and says that some senators of Nigeria, maybe by June this year, are invited to come and represent Nigeria because of some major initiative that is going to happen in Nigeria, and then they need like 5 senators. Will Abe Kashimu win the coming election? Will he be able to represent Nigeria? Wait. If he is in the committee, will he be able to represent Nigeria here in England? If Alamesia, the former governor, wins, will he be able to represent Nigeria at this event? And many other names. What will end up for Nigeria at this international summit?
You raise issues about the credibility and integrity of candidates who are going to stand on various platforms during the elections. The umpire, INEC, has a responsibility to ensure that people who are standing for elections are suitable for post.
Correct.
They seem to be shirking that, because at the moment we've asked for a certain presidential candidate to produce his certificate.
Do you?
And we haven't got it
remember,
yet.
Mr. Benga.
And we haven't got it
very
yet.
Close to some people, which there's not to mention. But
I
just wanted to hold you on that. You said just now that INEC is the referee who are responsible, rather than you asking the referee to provide the information. Is for the referee to give if needed or provide, and it's for the referee when on a pitch they say no, you are not allowed, you cannot box because your boxing gloves are not right. Not the opponent saying, I'm not going to fight him when the referee has already hit the bell.
No, it's for the referee. I agree. It's for the neutral umpire.
It's not for you.
It's for the umpire.
Right.
But the point is this: I've contested elections in Nigeria. I've run for Federal House of Representatives on 2 occasions, and I had to submit my credentials. They had to be put. The authority, the umpire, INEC. The INEC is the umpire.
Not the opposition.
It's what you present.
INEC are required.
The party has.
If we keep jumping on each other, then we'll never finish.
No, because it is not the party's
Let's finish. So that means you people too didn't do something right. If that is your argument, you conducted an election and didn't screen your candidate well. Excuse me. He didn't provide the certificate. What he provided was an affidavit. And what the problem? Let me tell you something.
And everybody, I was a candidate myself in the last election.
It doesn't matter whether you're a candidate. Did you submit your certificate?
Yes, I did.
So did Buhari submit his certificate or an affidavit? Which one? What was the date on the affidavit?
My friend here is a lawyer.
What was the date on the affidavit?
He knows the authenticity of an affidavit as to documentation.
What was the date on the affidavit?
Elijah, did Buhari contest in 2003?
He did.
And he went okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because he didn't submit a new educational qualification after 2003.
We're looking at that.
Yeah, you see, what I am saying here,
how he managed to scale the fence in 1999, 2003, 2007.
Under a different umpire.
Yes,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
2007.
And 2011.
He did 2011.
Yes.
And now that people think the change is really coming.
Not really. We're not worried about the opposition.
Our people say 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the owner. That you scaled 4 times, like 3 times. You scaled and failed 3 times. Does not mean that when you come back, you should not be properly screened. But what I am saying here is that INEC is not saying that Buhari does not have a certificate. The issue there is the date on the affidavit that he provided. The date.
So now the date.
Yeah, the date. No, hang on.
Okay.
The date. He never presented a certificate. He presented an affidavit. If you understand this thing, we are not saying that an affidavit. Can you not cut me? Can you not cut me? Listen to what I'm saying.
Your president.
What we are saying is that INEC didn't say that an affidavit does not suffice. You get what I'm saying? What INEC is saying is that the date on the affidavit,
but INEC says so.
They did say so. The date on the affidavit was after the APC primaries.
Right.
So that means technically that the man did not submit that affidavit before his primary elections. That is a problem.
So there was no certificate and there was no affidavit. No, it doesn't. But what we're saying is, the question you raised was, will certain candidates, if they win, will they be suitable to represent Nigeria? We're asking that if a man who wants to become president cannot comply, then we've got a problem right from the start. Definitely. Those who have complied, it is now for the general electorate to consider their suitability. And those who have complied, that the press are hounding negatively or wrongly, it's for them to prove their innocence. A man is innocent until he's proven guilty.
Do you think that Buhari can defeat PDP? Because why are we insisting precisely that a certificate issue?
Buhari didn't defeat. He didn't defeat. He didn't defeat in 1999. He didn't defeat.